Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Putri Ihda Inayah. I am from 3B from Department of English Education. Here I am gonna tell you about my review novel by the title Leap of Faith by Daniel Steele. This novel tells story about a girl whose name is Mary Ange. Mary Ange has everything that every young girl dreamed of when she was children. Mary Ange is a very privileged daughter who lives in Old French with her lovely parents. She has all happiness childhood, which is love and freedom and security by her lovely parents. But when Mary Ange is just 11 years old, a tragic car takes her parents, and her parents tragically die. And Mary Ange being orphan, and she lives with housekeeper whose name is Sophie. Actually, Mary Ange doesn't have any relatives family except her cruel aunt whose name is Carol. Carol lives in a farm in Iowa in America, so Mary Ange is sent to live with her cruel aunt in Iowa in America. There, Mary Ange has a good relationship or a good friendship with a local farm boy whose name is Billy Parker. Then Mary Ange is forced to work tirelessly to her own. And then, just after her 21st birthday, an unexpected visitor brings a good news and an extraordinary gift. And she finds out that her dad has left her $30 million in his will. And then, by this money, Mary Ange decided to go back to her ex-home or to go back to French. And after living with her cruel aunt for several years, she is able to move back to her beloved French. When she arrives in French, Mary Ange realizes that French or her ex-home has a new owner. He is a boy whose name is Comte Bernard, a 40 years old dashing widower. And then when Mary Ange tried to stay in French with Bernard, Mary Ange falling in love with Bernard since Mary Ange meet with when Mary Ange meet with Bernard, or when she the first time when they are meet and then between Mary Ange and Bernard, they live together, soon seem happy, and have 2 children and beautiful home in Old French. And then after a few months married with Bernard, the situation seemed getting awkward. Here she finds out that her husband has shopaholic madness in buying expensive things. It is getting strange because her husband always owes money in a huge amount to Mary and said that he would soon pay it off, but in fact he didn't. Actually, Bernard has a bad mental illness. However, Mary closed her eyes on this situation. It is just the beginning of her horrible marriage. It takes really horrific moment when a strange woman, Louise, whose name is Louise is Bernard's ex-wife, and Louise say to Mary that Bernard is not a good boy, and tell a scary story. But Mary doesn't want to believe it, which is Bernard is what he seems. Louis claims and shows Bernard's dark side, which is a hug liar, greediness, and even murdering the money. She tells Mary to be careful of him, especially for her children's lives. Mary is really devastating, but again, she refuses to believe Louis' story. Mary even thought that Louis is a crazy woman. But Bernard has a mental illness about money and shopaholic. Moreover, Bernard ever tried to kill a little boy, which is Louis' son or Bernard's son, because of his money greediness. Mary Hawkins has been full betrayed by a man she thought she knew and loved from the first they met. She finds out that Bernard, or her husband, just wants and tries to spend all her money. But Bernard doesn't mind spending her money excessively. So when Mary tries to resist, she finds out that Bernard tortures her physically, and this may be a murder for her and her children. Mary is very devastating, but she finally must face the truth. She must strive to save not only herself, but her children as well. Not even her old best friend Billy can help her now, as she is thousands of miles away of him. Mary somehow has to find courage and fight to survive. After all the darkness gathers around her, Mary must find the faith and courage to take one last desperate step to save her loved ones and herself. Mary somehow can realize from her husband and also try to escape from Bernard's crime plan. Fortunately, there is a happy ending for Mary but with a hard lesson about trust and love. Finally, Mary feels relieved and so much happy because of her meeting again with her special best friend Billy, and Mary can save children's lives. And maybe that's all from me. I do apologize if there is there are some mistakes. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.